Hello everyone. Welcome to Chaos and Order, art by Susan Holt. That's me. Today is May 29th, 2022, and this is the last day of Magical May. So if you are planning or wanting to make a purchase from me today, you have until midnight and you will get a painting. You buy a painting and you get a pendant or another piece of jewelry absolutely free with your purchase. I see we have Hamali and Karen with us. Good morning, good morning. Can one of you please make a comment so that I can see if I am actually seeing your comments today? I wasn't able to see them yesterday. And if you can hear me, go ahead and give me a heart or a like or several, however many your heart desires, off to the side there. For those of you who are watching live, thank you. For those of you who are watching in replay, thank you. For those in replay, do comment with hashtag replay and I will get back to you when I watch this back. I do watch this back. I do comment. I do answer your questions. And if you have a comment or question in replay, if you could give me some context of where that is in the video, what the subject is, I would very much appreciate that so I can reply to you with answering your question. It does not look like I am getting comments today. Let me see if I can. Oh, nope, that's not the right one. Now it wants to give me filters. I don't want any filters. Nope, don't want that one. Okay, let me see if that works. There we go. I commented. I can see my comment. I don't know if I can see anybody else's. I don't think my husband is watching or I would ask him. So I am flying blind with you today. Sorry about that. I will go back and get to your comments and questions after this. It appears I cannot see them again today, which bums me out because I was like talking back and forth with you. So we're going to just play it by ear until I watch it in replay. So thank you for bearing with me today. Today I'm excited to spend some time in my studio for studio time with you, but before I get to that, I wanted to show you 5 paintings that either already have been posted today or will be posted throughout the rest of the day that I would like to offer to you, my lovely VIPs. I see Kim has joined us. Kim, I am having technical difficulties and can't see your comments, but do go ahead and put them in and I will get to them when I watch this in replay. Sorry for the tech stuff. Erg. Okay, so the first painting I want to show you is Coloring Book Pages. And this is the one that I actually have in my studio photo with me. So here we go. That's this one. We'll move it over for you. This one is 18 by 24 and the price on it is $1,090. And I believe this is the pendant that goes with it. I'll block out my face so you can get a good look at everything. There we go. And I did a linear design on the painting and a spiral on the pendant. And I love these little pendants that come off of the paintings. It keeps the acrylic paint, which is basically liquidized plastic, out of the landfill and out of the water supply. And it gives people a chance to take a little bit of peace, calm, and joy with them when they go out in public. If you need to have a moment, breathe through something hard at work, you can always look down at your pendant and bring a little bit of that peace, calm, and joy to your office. There. Okay. The next painting I would like to show you today is Patinated Bronze. Oh, I can see Diana's comment. Fantastic. Hello, Diana. You're the only one whose comment I can see so far today besides my own. So thank you for commenting. And welcome, welcome. This one is patinated bronze, and oh, and I see Tina is here and commenting. Hello, Tina. Fantastic. Thank you for the comment. I can see your comment as well. Hooray, hooray. And then this is the pendant that goes with it. This one doesn't have a jump ring yet, but these are the same colors, I promise. It's just the lighting in here is a little brighter, closer to the camera for the pendant. So these are coppers and those lovely blues and greens that go with it when it has the patina growing on it. Oh, there's Hamali's comment. Excellent. Hamali says, I love this piece with the black in the back. So pretty. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this painting, I really wanted it to kind of be a dark versus light, and then the light kind of coming into the darkness and then kind of bringing its own glitter and sparkle. Kim says, absolutely. Hello, Kim. Thanks for joining me today. So this one is also 18 by 24, and the price on this one is $1,090. Of course, just like anything else in my studio, anytime you buy a painting or pendant or a pendant that comes with a free painting today until midnight, shipping is free in the continental US. If you are outside the continental US, we can talk about shipping and customs fees as well. And this piece, you all know, those of you who've been here for a while, you know how much I love this painting. This one is Boulder Opal. It is 18 by 24 as well. Price on this is, again, $1,090 with free shipping in the US. Tina says stunning. Thank you very much, Tina. And this is the pendant that came off of it. This one doesn't have a jump ring on it yet, but I will rectify that this week. Or if you purchase it, and I will send it along with this painting. So gorgeous, beautiful. The pendant could also bring sensory calm rubbing with that smooth finish. Absolutely. I do that with mine. I have social anxiety. Well, I have anxiety, period, but when I go out into the world, I do kind of fiddle with my pendants. The name of this painting is Boulder Opal, because there's opals out there that are, you know, very bright and shiny and kind of have a rainbow theme to them, but Boulder opals are a little bit more earthy tones, and I think this kind of gray green really ties into that, with pops of color, really ties into what a Boulder opal looks like. This painting always surprises me when I look at it, because I say this all the time, the paint's going to do what the paint's going to do. Well, on this one, the paint decided to become this beautiful face. I did not do this. I did not manipulate this on purpose this way. This is how it dried, and I woke up in the morning and I was floored. Hi, Connie. She says, wow, color and depth are so engaging. Thank you so much. Kim says Boulder Opal is another one that reminds me of Arctic landscape, which I love. Oh, I know. Yes. Yes. It is kind of Alaska-y. I did live in Alaska when I was 12. My dad was a civil engineer when he worked and got a job up on some of the Southeast Islands, and we were up there for almost a year. It was really fantastic, very beautiful, and I can see that kind of island water theme that Connie's talking about. Thank you so much for that. Or not Connie, Kim. Sorry, Kim. Oh, 2 more pieces to show you, and then I'll get to painting today, I promise. The next one is Spring Snow. These 2 are pretty big. These are 24 by 36. So they're big pieces. That up there. And this is the pendant that came off of this painting, kind of down here on the side where the reds are. This painting actually took me a while to pour. I couldn't get it quite right, but I eventually conquered the paint and got it the way I wanted it. Tina says, absolutely love this piece. Thank you so much, Tina. It is kind of right up your alley with the blues and the greens in it with a little pop of red. This painting is, like I said, 24 by 36, and it is 2080. It does come with free shipping in the continental US. Hamali says, love this pendant. And this little slit in here, you can see my finger kind of moving behind it, is actually a break in the paint, and I chose to just keep it there and highlight it. Kim says, amazing, that pendant came off of that painting. It always shows the colors so differently. It really does, except for down here in the corner. You can definitely tell they're the same colors from the same paint. Hello, Wanda. She's watching. I missed a comment. I'm going to go back. It's a little touchy. Diana says, she mentioned it earlier on the photo I posted of this painting, but I've lived in places where you see spring snow and it really captures that feeling. Absolutely. Yeah, I've lived in Colorado, Alaska, Oregon, Washington State, and here. And it kind of does have that slushy, starting to melt kind of feeling to it. And that's one of the things that really draws me to this painting. I can look at this in the summertime and feel a little cooler, which here when it gets to 115 and the air conditioner kicks on, this is a great piece to be looking at. Okay. Last painting I'm going to show you. This one is wrapped because I wrapped it and I didn't unwrap it. I wrapped it for a show and I didn't unwrap it when I got home, so I just kept it in the wrap. So you might not be able to see it too well, but this one is Copper Matrix. It's really, really subtle up in here. I know you can see parts of it. Well, you can see where oh my goodness. Working with resin makes it dusty a little bit in here. Kim says, now I'm bragging about West Coast living. Absolutely, I'm a West Coast girl all the way. And she says she's jealous. Well, you can always go on vacation, give everything a visit. It's lovely. So this big painting has some really subtle blues and coppers and greens in it. There's a better picture of it coming up this afternoon right here in this group, so I will let you look at that. But this one is 24 by 36. It is also 2,380 with free shipping in the continental US. And this teeny tiny pendant is what I got off of it. So this is what dripped from this painting, and you can definitely tell that there's some coppers and some bluey greens and stuff in the painting from the pendant. And when you buy a painting from me today, you do get a piece of jewelry. You can have the piece that came off of the painting, or you can mix and match. And everything is up in the guides. Diana says, I love how the pendant really shows the colors. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Tina says, lovely. Thank you. Kim says, copper is my favorite color. Right, it's a good color. I really love copper. And Hamali says, I enjoyed the simple dot design on that pendant. Yeah. The background is so stunning on this pendant. I really didn't want to overdo it with a design on the top of it, so I kept it really simple. Okay. Those are the paintings and pendants I wanted to show you. Let me move my pendants out of the way so that I can have my table space to create for you today. Kim says, agreed that she enjoys the simple dot design on the pendant. Excellent. I love that one. And I like that you guys like it too. Thank you for liking my creations. Okay, so I'm going to put dots on a painting today, and you guys get to tell me which painting I'm going to be putting dots on. Ooh, that jiggled. So we have option number 1. Just thinking of doing some of these bluey greens as kind of a dot, spiral, half spiral. So that's option number 1. And option number 2 is this one. It's a lot brighter. Diana says she would love to see my work in a gallery. People would be so gobsmacked. Oh, thank you. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And Kim said, how long did it take you to set out all of that jewelry? Well, since a lot of it's still kind of a work in progress and I haven't gotten to photograph it all yet, it was all right here in my studio on my workstations. So I really had 5 minutes before I went live to match and grab it and then come on live with you, because I pretty much knew where everything was at. So not that long. So what do you want to see dots put on today? Option number 1 or option number 2? I'll give you a hot minute to think about that. So on this one, I think I'll do maybe a spiral down here. Diana says option number 1. Kim says number 1. Hamali says number 2. I think that's all of you guys that are on here with me. So Hamali, you've been outvoted. So we're going to do dots on painting number 1 here. I don't have a title for this piece yet either. I'm going to move this over and around so you can see my workstation. There we go. And those out of the way. Oh, before I start painting, I'm working on a larger ornament pendant piece. I think this one's like 3¼ inches in diameter. And I've got the shadow layer, I've got the white layer, but these are going to be koi fish. I'm actually going to put the black and the white, or the black and the orange paint, but the white is drying right now, so I have to leave that for a minute. So I cannot wait to see this finished. Diana says, I love the fishies. Kim says, oh my God, I love that pendant. Yes, indeed. I will show you as soon as I get it finished. Let me grab this color paint. Grab what I think is that color of paint. No? There we are. Okay. I have a wall hanging that I did in college that's koi fish on kind of a greeny background. Did it for a fiber arts class. We were working with dyeing silk scarves. And I think I showed it in one of the Throwback Thursdays at one point. Not recently. Maybe I'll show it again next month. But yeah, I like koi fish. They're pretty. Hamali says that pendant is perfection. It reminds me of my trip to the Maldives. We ate breakfast every morning near the ocean and saw tons of fish. Oh, excellent. That sounds like a lovely vacation. And Kim says, are you using thin paints for this? Yes, I am using thinned paints for this. And I also put in some flow mediums with the paints. So it gives me the right consistency to do this. When people have pour paintings, they kind of have their own recipes, just like I have my own recipe for what I put in my paints. So I'm not going to tell you exactly what I put in there, but there are some flow mediums that I do use that I like better than others, and I am not a person that uses Elmer's glue in my recipe, so I will tell you that. Kim says, I love fish in general, such peaceful flow. Yes, indeed. And you know I'm all about the peaceful flow. Unless like today where I've had too much honey in my tea. My brain is just going a mile a minute. Okay, let's get this started. I think I'm going to go off of here and fan the spiral out this way. Need to pick the right sized tool for this one. Kim's laughing at my honey comment. Excellent. Okay. So while I'm painting, I might get a little quiet. I might not. We'll see what happens. Do any of you have any specific questions for me while I'm painting? Yeah, Kim says honey rush. Yes, absolutely a honey rush. Because if you don't have questions for me, I have some questions for you. I love it when you guys have questions for me because they're usually something that I think I've talked about before or I haven't realized you want me to talk about. So I love when you ask me questions. It can be about me, it can be about my dog, it can be about my cat, it can be about my paintings, what I used to do for a living before becoming an artist, where I've lived, some stories about those places, you know, getting to know me. What do you want to know? Kim says, how do you decide where you will put the design? Oh, that's really good. I don't know. I just kind of look at the painting and I go, that seems about where it should go. The paintings tell me where they want me to put the paint, the spirals or the linear designs. And if it's a spiral or a linear design to begin with in the first place. So I really look at it as a partnership between me and the painting. You know, the pour painting has done what it's going to do. So then it's up to me to interpret the flow of the painting as to if I put on a spiral or if I put on a linear design or if I decide to go, nah, that painting needs neither of those. Maybe I'll do a silhouette landscape or something else. So I really try to work with the painting and what it gives me. Diana says it's like when I'm writing, I have a plot lined up and the characters go where they want. Exactly. Yes, 100%. Absolutely. The paint, especially with pour paintings, is going to go where it's going to go. And then it's up to me to embellish as much or as little as I can or as I want. Sometimes there's a piece that just calls for one extra element. And I think part of the secret of being an author like Diana or an artist like me that works in a physical medium is that you have to know when to edit your work. Like I could have gone all the way around with this row and gone into that color change, but I don't want to do that. So that's an edit that I decided to make. Kim says, your steady hand shines through so much when you do this. Oh, thank you. When I started making these dots, my hand was not this steady. It was an absolute wreck. Oops. And sometimes that happens, but I am prepared. See, you give me a compliment and it goes all haywire, but that's okay because I am prepared to make changes, do what needs to be done to correct the piece. Oh, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. I was outside watering my plants and it's spring and I'm allergic to everything. But getting back to editing and steady hands, yeah, it's a part of the process of creating art that is pleasing to the eye. I have practiced being steady with my hands making these dots. And I have practiced editing these paintings to make sure I give you a really great piece that you're going to love. Oh my goodness. Now my nose is drippy. I had to go water my garden this morning, otherwise I wouldn't have gone out. Kim says practice makes perfect. Absolutely. Hang on, everyone. Blow my nose really quick. My apologies. Okay. Okay, much better. I'm sorry about that. Does anybody else have any questions for me? All my notes. So I think this is the amount of spiral I'm going to put on, and then I need to choose a finial and design. So let me get my dots on to make this into a spiral. There we go. Kim says, how long do your blue dots need to dry before you add more? If I were doing layers on top of the blue dots, you mean? So if I were to put a dot within a dot, like a white dot or a copper dot on top of the blue dots, is that what you're talking about? Yes, okay, excellent. This would have to dry completely, so depending on how humid it is here, that would be anywhere from 2 to 4 hours to overnight. There was one day we had a monsoon season last year that it was just so muggy that it took 3 days for my dots to dry, and I thought I was having a nervous breakdown, but it was just muggy. Okay. I'll find a dot pattern that I like with this. Need one that I can do small, but still, well, they all have personality, but I want one that I can do small. Oh, maybe I'll do that one. I like that one. So this is my little dot pattern. This is what it looks like in my book. Set that to the side. I'll put my pencil on it to point to the one I want. Kim says, I love seeing your sketchbook. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have a lot of sketches in my sketchbook. I want to be prepared. I sometimes just sit on the couch and make little dot designs. I'll base them off of each other sometimes. Sometimes I'll make a dot design on a painting on the fly, and sometimes I have had it where I just wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, I need to put down this dot design. So I have a little sketchbook in the drawer by my bed. Diana says, so cool. Thank you. This one. So this pattern, my designs in my book, my little pattern book, they're kind of fun to go back and read if I haven't looked at them in a while. Just like any pattern book or any pattern for anything, sometimes I have to figure out how it goes together because I don't really write down the instructions on how to layer these or how to build these up. But like I said, since I've been doing this for a while now, a couple years, 2-3 years, I have it in my head how they need to be built up. There always seems to be a way they need to go. Like the Mandalorian. This is the way. Well, there is a way. There is a way these go together easier than other ways, and I will figure it out and put it on this painting. Anybody out there a Star Wars fan? I know Diana is. I was 6 when the first and fourth Star Wars movie came out. Diana's a huge Star Wars fan. Kim's a Star Wars heart. Diana says, but not a huge Disney fan. That's okay. I get it. I get it. I am a Disney fan. And that's okay too. But yes, I was 6 when the first Star Wars movie came out. So I've had a crush on Han Solo since I was 6. Hamali says she's never seen Star Wars. How sad! Oh my goodness. There's a lot of them to catch up on. Some people like to watch them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. I don't know. I think because I was born in the right time and we saw number 4 first, that's the one I would start with. Hamali says she has to Google references when people mention it. Oh, Hamali. That's okay. You know what? That's okay. Not everybody has to like Star Wars. Not everybody has to like Firefly. Not everybody has to like the same thing. It's exactly like with paintings, right? Not everybody's gonna like my paintings. I know you do, so thank you for that. Kim says her sister had a huge crush on Han. She was a Luke girl. Oh, well, somebody has to be. I was not a Luke fan. He was too whiny for me. Even at that age, he was too whiny for me. Even at 6. I was like, ooh. Okay. So, I think that is it for my painting. Oh, maybe not. How about if I do a little copper one up here? Maybe I think that corner needs something. Doesn't need some. Okay. Here's another thing about art that artists do. We stand back and look at our work because being up close to it can sometimes look different than when we step back from it and look at it as a whole. Okay, hang on. Kim says yes, more copper. Okay. Yeah. Okay. A little bit more copper up in the corner. So, like I was saying, not everybody is the fan of the same thing. And I have been known to tell people that I let my freak flag fly because everybody has a freak flag. They are all different sizes and shapes and colors and patterns. But they're how you find your people. They're how you find people with the same interest as you. So it's okay if you don't like Star Wars. It's okay if you don't like Star Trek. I am a Star Wars fan, but I am not a Star Trek fan. I watched Star Trek in my early 20s with friends, but I don't consider myself a fan. And that's okay. It just means more Star Wars for someone else. Molly says yes, more copper. Excellent, excellent. Okay. On the right track. So I have questions for you now, my lovelies. All right. Question number 1. I have 3 questions. Do you like spring or summer better? I was born in June, so I am early June, so I am right on the cusp between spring and summer. So both of them have their merits for me. Diana says summer. Kim says the texture on the background of this is very cool. Oh, thank you. Diana says summer because allergies are mostly over. Right. Absolutely. I agree with that sentiment. Kim, do you like spring or summer better? Hamali says both. Late spring, early summer is the best time, right? Where I live, it's already hot. So it's not a matter of being inside or outside in the weather at this point. Kim says summer is hot, spring is too muddy. I love to see the changes. Excellent. All right, question number 2 for you, my VIPs. Gallery or art fair? Which do you prefer to buy your art from? If you had just the choice of gallery or art fair. Oh, hello, Penny. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm just asking everybody some questions. Feel free to chime in. So this one is if you have the option to buy from a gallery or from an art fair. Where are you going to buy from? Diana says art fair because the galleries take a big part of a commission. Tina says art fair. Oh, hi, Tina. Thanks for joining me today. Art fair, if only choices. Yes, those are the only choices for this rapid fire question. Then I have a follow-up. Art fair or from the artist directly? Hi Dana, welcome, welcome. Thanks for watching. Kim says that's tough. Gallery is expensive. Art fair can be unpredictable. Indeed. So, follow-up question, would you prefer to buy from an art fair or from the artist directly? Diana says artist, Kim says artist, Tina says artist. Excellent. Thank you, thank you. Molly says artist directly. Fantastic. And then my last question for you. Last rapid fire question. And I know this is going to be a really hard one for some of you. Do you prefer to go to an art museum or a history museum? And no, you cannot say, well, isn't an art museum a history museum and a history museum an art museum? No. For these purposes, they are two separate things. So art museum or history museum. Tina says art museum. Hamali says art 100. Absolutely. And I have a follow-up question to this one as well. What is your favorite art museum that you have ever been to? Kim says that wasn't a fair question. I know. Diana says art museums are more inspiring and history museums are more educational. Yes. That's why that question was hard. They're very different things. So favorite museum of Diana, Metropolitan Museum of Art. Excellent. I think for sheer interesting things, I'm gonna say there's this little museum in London called the Museum of London. Their displays are both historic and art, but kind of more historic-y stuff. So I'm gonna say that. Tina says Florence, Italy. Incredible museums. Kim says Cincinnati Art Museum. So when my husband and I were in England a few years ago, we went to the Museum of London, and it's this comparatively small museum compared to like the National Gallery and stuff. And they had a show about archaeology and mudlarking. And mudlarking is where people go out and they, at low tide on the Thames, they go through and find these little historical objects in the mud. I actually follow one of the mudlarkers on Instagram. It's fascinating. But when we were there, they had the Cheapside Hoard jewelry that was found. And if you don't know what the Cheapside Hoard is, it's a bunch of Tudor era jewelry that was found together in the mud of the Thames. Beautiful chains and enamels and all sorts of interesting pieces. So I really enjoyed that a lot. Wait a minute. I put that dot in the wrong place. I put that dot in the wrong place. That's alright. I will fix that one later when it dries. Sometimes you have to fix the dot later after it dries. Oh, maybe it wasn't the wrong place. No, we're good. Uh-huh. So what was your favorite exhibit at a museum? My second favorite exhibit was probably the I've forgotten his name. It just popped out of my head. This is why women get frustrated with getting older. um, Not Holbein. The Holbein exhibit was. Oh no, it was the Holbein exhibit. The Holbein exhibit at the. I think it was the V&A. And no, the Holbein exhibit was at the Tate Modern when we were there. It was fantastic. If I go off this continent, I want to know what I can spend that I can spend a good month there. That's what Kim says. Yes, we were in London for a week. We went twice on different years, and I still don't feel like I saw everything that I wanted to see. Diana says there are so many. I love the sculptures and also the Egyptian rooms, but there were so many good Asian areas. Yes. You know, the Phoenix Art Museum has a downstairs in the East Wing, they have the Asian section for Asian art, and it's a pretty cool place. And Hamali says, love seeing David and Florence. Excellent. Yes. You can never really go wrong with Da Vinci, can you? Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to leave it there. Yes, I think I'm going to leave that there. Just like that. That is going to be it. Because I don't want this one up here to be too fancy. I really want this one to be mostly the focal point. So if I put these finial designs on the ends of that little one, I think it would be too much. Even if I did like a partial design on there, I think that would be too much. See if I can hold this flat and up enough. There we go. There we go. All right, so I'm going to set this off to the side to dry. And I'm going to remind you again that Magical May ends tonight at midnight. So if you want to buy a painting from me, it will come with a pendant as I find paint and get it all over my arm. So it will come with a pendant up until tonight at midnight. Tina says, great job. Molly says, turned out beautiful. Thank you, thank you. And so Magical May ends midnight tonight. It's gonna, tomorrow's Memorial Day, isn't it? Maybe I'll carry this sale through Memorial Day, and it'll end Monday at midnight. You are the first to know this. I'll announce it tomorrow morning on my group here. That way everybody will know. So we're gonna take this, instead of going to just tonight, we're gonna take this through Memorial Day. So if you want a painting plus a pendant, the pendant will be, or earrings or a ring, just let me know. Kim says Monday, yay! Yep, you have one more day. That'll be my Memorial Day gift to everyone, is extended time. Don't we all need extended time these days? So, the next event I will be holding will be in August. So Monday at midnight, all the prices are going to go back to normal. Well, the prices on the paintings are normal. The prices on the pendants up in the guide section are if you want to buy a pendant separately. And if you want to buy a painting to get a free piece of jewelry, we're going to end at Monday at midnight. So definitely let me know which piece you want and which pendant you want. You can mix and match or have a pendant that comes off the same painting. Just let me know which ones you were interested in. And want to remind you that this is the last weekend live for a while. We'll be going back to regular Zen Stay Wednesdays as of this Wednesday. And I'm going to put a poll up for the name of the next event. I'm pretty sassy, so I'm thinking something sassy like Some Like It Hot because it's August. Feeling hot, 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 or This Art is on Fire. This art is on fire. So if you have an idea for an event title, let me know, and if not, we'll put up a poll, see what everybody thinks. That is it for me. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciated all of your feedback and all of your comments and hearts and likes. This is Chaos and Order, art by Susan Holt. Have a happy rest of your Sunday, a happy Memorial Day tomorrow, and I will see you on Wednesday night. Bye, everyone.